The coldest temperatures of the season arrive here in central Indiana. It is going to be below zero by morning, and the wind chills, as you see, will make it feel a lot worse. Right now, we've got dozens of school delays and cancellations. You can see all of them right now on WTHR.com and scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Thanks for inviting us in. It's warm inside. It's 11 o'clock. You know, this kind of cold out there doesn't take too long to become dangerous. I mean, it feels like 2025 has just been relentless weather-wise.
Yes, and I don't see any significant end in sight. We
No.
may have a couple of days later this week that we'll get a chance to thaw out, but that's about it. In case you missed it, you may want to miss it. I'm going to take you back to those wind chills. Already feeling like 8 below zero in Indianapolis and Lafayette, feeling like 9 below zero in Columbus and Kokomo. Continue to take precautions from the cold. Actual air temperatures are in the single digits. We're down to 3 in Lafayette and Columbus, down to 8 in Richmond and Muncie, and we will continue on that downward trend through the morning hours. Temperatures anywhere from 0 to 10 below. Wind chills that will near 15 below. Remember to layer up, limit outdoor time. School delays possible? Well, they are happening. We have dozens already, and this is the reason why. Starting the day in the single digits, if not below zero for most of us. In fact, we're going to start below zero and stay in the single digits through mid-morning. You're going to need lots of layers tomorrow.
Angela, thanks so much. Right now, there is a warming center open at Washington Park here in Indianapolis. This one is open overnight. People can stop by 3130 East 30th Street and get a break from this cold. The Family Center has extended hours from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. and it's open tonight and tomorrow night. No sign-in, no check-in is required. All Indy Parks Family Centers are open during regular business hours. You can also call 211 to get connected with resources. And there is a little relief from the cold this week before it returns in the extended forecast. You can stay on top of the weather timeline by using our WTHR weather app. Puts the current conditions and hourly forecast and access to our meteorologist weather blog right on your phone. It's a free download. Go get it before you go to sleep. It's found in your app store. Well, it was a messy commute on the east side of Indianapolis this morning. A water main break causing a massive sinkhole near 10th and Emerson. Our Chase Howell talked with the woman who helped discover that sinkhole after she crashed right into it.
Jennifer Stower says her morning got off to a rough start after she crashed her car into a sinkhole.
It was oh my gosh, like, what happened? How did I miss this?
Stower says she was driving down 10th Street around 6:30 Tuesday morning when she came up on flooding near Emerson Avenue.
I was like, okay, since I have a small vehicle and it sits low, I'm going to try to go through the shallow end of the water. Next thing I know, boom.
That boom was the front of Stower's car hitting the sinkhole. She says she had to crawl over to the passenger side door just to get out of her car.
When I pulled it up and I was able to see it, my whole front end all the way up to the headlight was just completely smashed. You couldn't even see the little light below.
Stower says Citizens Energy Group supplied her a rental and has offered to pay for the damages done to her car. I did reach out to Citizen Energy Group to see when we could see this road repaired, and I'm told the water main has been fixed and concrete has been poured. But it's going to take several hours for it to harden before they can lift the lane restriction. Reporting here in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
Stowers told us she did not suffer any injuries from that crash into the sinkhole. Tonight, investigators are blaming whiteout conditions for this 12-vehicle pileup near South Bend. The St. Joseph County Police Department posted photos on social media. That pileup took place southwest of South Bend. No serious injuries reported. Officers say they responded to more than 30 crashes today in this area. They say that most of them were, in fact, weather-related.
That actually caused Caitlin Clark to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, or threatened.
Tonight, there is a no-contact order in place for the Texas man who is accused of stalking Caitlin Clark. The 55-year-old must also stay 500 feet away from Gainbridge Fieldhouse and Hinkle Fieldhouse. Michael Lewis made his first appearance in court today and entered a not guilty plea. Investigators say the man made the comments back in December, then came here to our city where he was arrested. In court, he said he essentially lives out of his car and repeatedly said he needs his medication while he's in jail. He's charged tonight with felony stalking and is due back in court in March. Tonight, a Brownsburg pizza delivery driver is being celebrated. He went above and beyond to deliver a pizza during a snowstorm, only to get a $2 tip. But as Logan Gay learned tonight, a viral TikTok video triggered a huge outpouring that could change his life.
Rockstar Pizza, known for its rock and roll theme and its specialty pizzas, is now getting a little extra attention thanks to one of their delivery drivers. It all started last Friday during a snowstorm.
I was like, there's no way we deliver today. I was like thinking to myself, like, the roads are terrible. There's no way.
But in fact, a call for delivery did come in. Restaurant co-owner Kobe Matthews says there's never any pressure for staff to make deliveries during severe weather.
Bad weather, people generally tip more, so it's a desired shift. And some of these, some of the people that work here, like, they don't want to close and go home. They want to make money, So we leave that up to them.
And to her surprise, 20-year-old Connor Stefanoff volunteered to deliver the pizza, braving the severe snowy weather.
I had to go really slow the whole way there, and braking was difficult, like going through roundabouts,
But after going through all that, when he finally made it to the customer street, he was met with another obstacle. A school bus had slid sideways and was blocking the road. Not willing to give up yet, Connor got out of his car with the pizza and walked 15 minutes in the snow and freezing temperatures, even falling a few times.
I thought my ears were gonna freeze off.
But he made it to the customer's front door.
I told him about the whole thing, I had to walk far, and he was like, yeah, now I gotta plow. And he's like, yeah, well, I have the snow plow in my driveway. I was like, yeah, and then he just kind of shut the door.
And Connor got started on his 15-minute walk back to his car. But the story doesn't end there.
I am Lieutenant Richard Craig. I'm a police lieutenant and content creator on TikTok.
Lieutenant Craig was also out there in the snow that day working, responding to the bus incident. And when he saw Connor walking towards him, he started recording.
I see this young man walking through the snow in gray Nike sweats, mind you, and a pair of Nikes that was delivering a pizza.
In disbelief and also impressed at what he was witnessing, he asked Connor a simple question.
Did you get a good tip? $2. Are you kidding me?
To show his appreciation for his efforts, Officer Craig tipped Connor $15 from his own pocket. But he didn't stop there, creating a GoFundMe for Connor and sharing his story on TikTok. Since then, the money's been flooding in, with people tipping Connor more than $3,000.
So anytime that I can use this platform for good, let's have at it.
Connor lives with his grandma and relies on this job to help take care of her. He says these tips could change their lives.
She was like, this is gonna really help us with bills and all that stuff. I was like, it is.
Connor says the community's generosity has given him hope. Matthew says she hopes this story inspires other people.
When you go above and beyond, you will be blessed.
Wow. That's awesome.
Amen to that. You know what? It's crazy because this was actually the first time Connor and Richard met each other again since that day. So they have a great relationship, and it's only up from here. So
what's next?
Well, so Connor actually doesn't have a car, so he's actually going to use some of the money, hopefully, to buy a car. He's been using his grandmother's money since he hasn't had time to really pay for a car because he's using it to pay for bills. So he's hoping to get a new car and put some in savings, and also just help his grandmother out.
Connor is a rock star pizza delivery driver. To walk 15 minutes in a snowstorm with a pizza, dedicated.
Well, you know what's
paying off.
Absolutely, and the GoFundMe will actually be up for a couple more days if anyone's interested in learning more.
Okay, great story. Thanks, Logan. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. A 20-year-old man accused in a deadly shooting on the southwest side of Indy tonight is facing formal charges. Investigators say Jason Powell killed 23-year-old Shannon Campbell Jr. earlier this month. Another person was shot but survived. The man accused of shooting and killing a Dutch soldier here in Indianapolis was just back in court today. Shamar Duncan is charged tonight with murder and attempted murder. Simi Poetsima died and 2 others were hurt outside a hotel after a fight downtown in August of 2022. The jury heard testimony today from the forensic pathologist who did Poetsima's autopsy, a person working hotel security, and witnesses. Tonight, there are active speed cameras on the northeast side of Indianapolis. They'll monitor drivers in construction zones along 465 and 69. So if you're caught going at least 11 miles per hour over the speed limit, you'll get a notice during this pre-enforcement period. When that's over, you could get a warning or possible fines.
It may be that family member that you have concerns about. It may be someone you've only met for that one time online. Reach out if you see anything.
Atlanta law enforcement urging people tonight to stay vigilant ahead of the college football playoff championship game between Notre Dame and Ohio State. The police chief says officers have studied what happened in New Orleans to help prevent a similar attack. There are bollards in place to block traffic. That game is Monday night. Tonight we're getting our first look at redevelopment plans for the front of Grant Park. City officials in Westfield want to make this a bigger destination. They're talking about a 10,000-seat sports stadium, mixed-use projects, restaurants, and shops. Phase 1 is expected to begin this year. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.